Greetings everyone, Joseph James here with the schooloftrade.com and tonight's trader tip. Get more information on our website, schooloftrade.com, and visit our blog, that's /blog. And in tonight's video, we're going to talk about the importance of an exit strategy. Now, whether you're a new trader or a veteran trader, you've most likely experienced the benefit of having the proper exit strategy. And it's important really for two main reasons. The first is it removes your emotions involved and allows you to stick to a pre-established set of simple trading rules. Now, the emotions of fear and greed will have most traders trying to, of course, lock up as much profit as possible on each trade, but without a specific exit strategy, you'll find yourself falling victim to those emotions. In other words, you're pushing your profits out too far, you're moving your stops back because of fear and greed that you have, as any human being does, but most importantly, as a trader. So the first thing is it removes your emotions and it allows you to get rid of those emotions in your trading. The second reason, which may be one of the more important reasons, is because it allows you to hold your rules accountable and it gives you the benefit of reflection. Now what I mean by that is let's say you're doing a science experiment. Well, in a science experiment, all of the variables need to remain the same. So if you're trying to compare two experiments, if all the variables that were involved with those experiments were exactly the same, then you could easily come to a final conclusion of why one was different than the other. But if those variables weren't the same, if you use different materials or different amounts of the materials, then you couldn't rely on the comparison between the two experiments. Okay, so there has to be that consistency between the variables involved. Well, we apply this to your trading, more specifically your exit strategy, by following a simple set of rules, and specifically a simple set of rules that apply to your exit strategy of this trade. You're going to be able to look back and hold your rules accountable. Most importantly, you're going to know what to change in the future to always be improving on your trading results. By following that simple set of rules as it applies to your exit strategy, you then can look back on your trading with confidence, knowing that you always use the same method of exiting your trade, and therefore you can look at making small changes to maximize the profitability as you start to learn and develop as a trader. So really, two main reasons why an exit strategy are very important to your trading. Let's go over how we do this. First of all, we already know this. We already know that we take 3 profit targets in our trade management strategy. This you know already from our previous videos. 2 of those 3 are completely mechanical, meaning the computer does all the work, we're not thinking whatsoever, and the first 2 of the 3 targets are completely mechanical with no manual work done by the trader himself. Now that third profit target, okay, that 1/3 of your position that's left in the market, okay, that target is managed with a trailing stop, and it's done so with 3 or 4 different techniques. Now we'll go over them real quickly, and they are, first of all, and what is the most popular way of managing that last contract, is using a moving average on a tick chart. Now I won't give you the specifics of what moving average or what tick chart we use for every market. To get that information, send us an email at sales@schooloftrade.com or sign up as an advanced member on our website, and we'll give you all the specifics that go involved with these rules. But the first one is we want to use a simple moving average on a tick chart, and we're going to trail our stop using that technique. And of course, once price trades into our stop, that will get us out of the market. So that's one way to exit our trades. The second is going to be looking for a MACD to hook against our position. Now again, we have specifics involved with this, and those are included in our course materials. But in this case, just for demonstration, we can also exit when we see that MACD hook against our position. Another way is to look for large traders or large contracts being traded against you. Now, one of the main assets of our course materials is it's going to teach you how to read the ticker tape or the time in sales, or how to read price action. Well, that price action will tell us when the larger institutional sized traders have entered the market. When those larger traders are trading against you, that's going to be a good heads up to take your money and run, because the price may be in a position to be reversing. Now the next is we look for a lack of volume or a slowdown in the speed of tape. Okay, the lack of volume or a slowdown in the speed of tape kind of mean the same thing, but that's a third, or should I say a fourth reason of when we want to look to exit that trade. And last but not least, we look for support and resistance levels that are going to be getting closer and closer to our price. If price is trading up into the high a day, for example, well, that support and resistance level is where we anticipate traders are going to react. We don't know whether or not the price will bounce or whether it will pass through that support and resistance level, but what we do know is we've got a good profitable trade in the market already. We want to lock in as much profit as possible, and because there's a support and resistance level coming up in our way, we may choose to take our profits and run when we see price get right up in that support and resistance level. So there you have it, guys. There's your 5 different reasons of when our rules will tell us when to exit these trades. We're using a moving average on our tick chart, the MACD hooking against us, we see large contracts traded against us, the lack of volume or the speed of tape slows down, and then most importantly, a support and resistance level gets in our way. Once again, this is another video from theschooloftrade.com, tonight's trader tip of your exit strategy. Stay tuned for more videos, and thanks for your time, guys.